Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Cocktails with Hadrien. I've got questions for you. Do you like coffee? Do you like cocktails? And do you like stories? If the answer to all these questions is yes, then you're in luck, because today is the Espresso Martini. So let's get mixing. How the Espresso Martini was created is a really cool story. It's a much more recent creation than all the classic cocktails we've been making up until now, and is the result of the work of a bartender called Dick Bradsell. He was working at a brasserie or restaurant in Soho in the 80s, and a supermodel came to the bar and asked him for a cocktail that would wake her up and fuck her up. And Bradsell had the espresso machine close to him, and he just clicked in his head and started mixing some vodka with coffee liqueur and espresso coffee, and that's how it was created. Bradsell is as well famous for creating the Bramble, and at the time he was some kind of an oddity in the London bartending scene, because most of British bartenders were working either in pubs or in clubs and private clubs member. So while those people were all mixing sea breeze, he was already stirring down martinis, something that was at the time for some reason reserved to the really great hotels in London and bartenders like Salvatore Calabrese or Peter Dorelli. British bartenders weren't famous for making craft cocktails. Now, as bartenders, some of us can have a love-hate relationship with the Espresso Martini. I've been there. I've been hating making Espresso Martinis, but I've come to peace with it. Some of the reason might be that when you're 3 deep at the bar on a busy Saturday night and someone order 12 Espresso Martini, and most of the time it's for a table of 3, 4, maybe 5 people, it's gonna take a lot of time to shake and make those Espresso Martinis. And on top of that, countless of times I've had glasses full of the cocktail coming back to the bar after the people left, because when you have 4 cocktails in front of you, by the time you reach the last one, especially an Espresso Martini, it's not gonna be as cold, the head's gonna have fallen, it's not gonna look appetizing, and you're not gonna want to drink it. Now, this drink, super easy, another 3-ingredient drink. You're gonna need vodka, coffee liqueur, and some hot coffee. If you don't have an espresso machine at home, like I do not have an espresso machine, you can just brew a really strong, flavorful dark coffee. For the coffee liqueur, I'm gonna be using Mr. Black. Most of the time the recipe you're gonna find gonna call for Tia Maria or Kahlua. I use Mr. Black because that's my favorite coffee liqueur and that's what I have at home. One of the big difference from Mr. Black is that it's way drier, it's not as sweet as Tia Maria or Kahlua, and the coffee aromas are much more prominent. It is a shaken drink served up in a coupe, a coupette or a glass of your choice, and 25 ml of Mr. Black coffee liqueur, 50 ml of vodka, 50 ml of freshly brewed hot coffee, and for a little bit more consistency and balancing out the dryness of the coffee liqueur, just a touch of sugar syrup. Now we've got all our ingredients, so all that's left to do is add some ice and shake it as hard as we can. I'm gonna use just one nice piece, if I manage to grab it. There we go. And let's get shaking. Ooh, that looks beautiful. And tastes amazing. So now we're gonna take our favorite glass and we're gonna strain it into. Look at this beauty. This is gonna be absolutely delicious. And there you have it, guys, the fantastic Espresso Martini. Cheers. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you for slowly but surely being more and more people subscribing and getting mixing. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, you can hit the button down there. It doesn't cost anything and it helps the channel get visibility and you won't miss any video. And as well, please comment and most of all, share this video if you enjoyed it. If you want to learn more about the revival of the cocktail in London and in America, I can only recommend you this book, A Proper Drink by Robert Simonson, or The Untold Story of a Band of Bartenders Saved the Civilized Drinking World. It's a really fantastic read, and it's not a cocktail book with just a lot of recipe. It's more of a history book with recipes attached to it. It's really interesting, it's a really easy read, and I can just recommend it enough, yeah. And then, if you want to explore more of the coffee cocktails, this is the book I would recommend, The Art and Craft of Coffee Cocktail by Jason Clark. So, that's all for today. Again, thank you so much for being part of this community, and I'll see you next time.